Ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the President of the Philippines, Rodrigo R. Duterte, and he is being welcomed by the incoming Chief of the Philippine National Police, Police Chief Superintendent Ronald M. Dela Rosa.
Okay, kamay. Na. Baba! Ta! Mahal na Pangulo, handa na po ang talupad sa paglibot.
The President will now inspect the troops. Trooping the line, ladies and gentlemen, is the President of the Philippines, Rodrigo R. Duterte. He is being accompanied by the police host, Police Chief Superintendent Ronald M. Dela Rosa, the incoming Chief of the Philippine National Police, and the Honor Guard Commander, Police Chief Superintendent Camilo Pancrasius Cascolan. Trooping the line is a long-time tradition in the Philippine National Police, which gives the guests of honor a chance to view the troops.
Ginoo, ang mawatawan, okay kamay. Na. Kamay. Na. Pinuno, okay kamay. Na. ibaba. Ta! Mahal na Pangulo, tapos na po ang parangal. Makinig sa payag. Inaabot ng ating panauhing pandangal, Pangulong Presidenteng Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Ang taus-puso niyang pasasalamat sa parangal na ginawad natin sa kanya sa araw na ito.
Ladies and gentlemen, the arrival honors have been completed.
Voluntaryo ka na. Ano, nagtatakbo ha? Ayan, tatakbo. Nervyos. Sabi ni Dick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the entrance of colors. Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Mayang magiliw, persang silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyang ka ng magiling, sa manlulupig, di ka masisi, sa dagat at tulog sa siya. Sa langit mong bukaw, may dinagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang saklang watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagbibig, ang bituin ng araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw, darwal, hatit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang iligaw
for the interfaith prayer by Police Senior Superintendent Eligio Mativo, Police Superintendent Samuel Ranjo, and Police Senior Inspector Alcabir Pandi from the PNP Chaplain Service.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Let us pray. Almighty God, we thank and glorify you as we gather today in this Assumption of Command ceremony for the newly appointed Chief Philippine National Police. Bless our incoming Chief PNP, Police Chief Superintendent Ronald Marapon Dela Rosa,
New Chief PNP with a genuine desire to finally realize lasting peace, order, and progress in our country.
We raise all this in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PNP Assumption of Command ceremony. The officer in charge of the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management, Police Chief Superintendent Agripino Javier, will now read the designation orders.
National Headquarters, Philippine National Police, Camp Crame, Quezon City. Designation. Pursuant to General Orders Number 1518, National Headquarters, Philippine National Police, dated July 1, 2016. Police Chief Superintendent Ronald Marapon Dela Rosa, ODA 02992, is designated as the Chief Philippine National Police, effective June 30, 2016, by the direction of President Rodrigo R. Duterte, official, Francisco A. Uyami Jr., Police Deputy Director General, the Chief of Directorial Staff. Signed, Agripino G. Javier, Police Chief Superintendent, OIC, Directorate for Personnel and Records Management.
Thank you, sir. Police Chief Superintendent Ronald M. De La Rosa will now read and sign the Assumption of Command.
Pursuant to General Orders Number 1518, National Headquarters, Philippine National Police, dated July 1, 2016, I hereby assume the position of the Chief Philippine National Police, effective July 1, 2016, and I sign.
We shall now witness the handover of the command saber to the Chief PNP by the President. The command saber symbolizes authority to govern the Philippine National Police. The Chief PNP had finally received the command saber from the President. Please be seated, sirs. Thank you. The officer in charge of the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management will now read the promotion orders of Police Chief Superintendent Ronald De La Rosa. May we request Police Chief Superintendent Ronald De La Rosa to please move forward.
Republic of the Philippines, National Police Commission, National Headquarters, Philippine National Police, Camp Crame, Quezon City. Promotion. Pursuant to General Orders Number 1520, National Headquarters, Philippine National Police, dated July 1, 2016. Police Chief Superintendent Ronald Marapon de la Rosa, ODA 02292, is promoted to the rank of Police Director General in permanent status effective June 30, 2016. By the direction of President Rodrigo R. Duterte, official, Ismael D. Suedo, Secretary, DILG, Chairman, National Police Commission, signed, Agripino G. Javier, Police Chief Superintendent, OIC, Directorate for Personnel and Record Management.
Thank you, sir. We shall now witness the oath of office to be followed by the donning of rank. May we request the President to please administer the oath of office.
Ready? I state your name.
Si Bato Dela Rosa,
Having been appointed to the position of
na inalaga sa katungkulan bilang Police Director General,
solemnly swear
ay taimtim na nanunumpa
that I will well and faithfully discharge
na tutuparin ko na buong husay at katapatan
to the best of my ability
sa abot ng aking kakayahan
the duties of my present position
tungkulin ng aking kasalukuyang katungkulan
and of others
at ng iba pa.
I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines.
Pagkaraan nito'y gagapanan ko sa ilalim ng Republika ng Pilipinas
I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines.
na aking itataguyod at ipagtatanggol ang saligang batas ng Pilipinas
I'll bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
na tunay na mananalig at tatalima ako rito
that will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines.
na susundin ko ang mga batas, mga kautosang legal at mga dekretong pinaiiral ng mga sadyang itinakda may kapangyarihan ng Republika ng Pilipinas.
And that impose this obligation upon myself without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
At kusa kong babalikatin ang mga pananagutang ito nang walang anumang pasubali o hangaring umiwas.
So help me God.
Kasihan nawa ako ng Diyos.
Congratulations, Bato.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, may we now request the President to do the honors in donning the rank for the Chief PNP. May we also request Mrs. Dela Rosa and members of the family to assist the President.
Opposite the sun, gallant young men are formed to be as one. We are here to be brave and strong.
May we request the President to do the honor in donning the rank for the Chief PNP. He will now wear the new Pershing cap appropriate for the rank of Police Director General.
Opposite the sun, gallant young
He will now wear the new Pershing cap appropriate for the rank of Police Director General.
strong. Those were the future leaders of the land. Sinagtala sila ko.
And receives well his new PNP officer's ID with a new rank as Police Director General. Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now witness the raising of the personal flag of Police Director General Ronald Dela Rosa by Senior Police Officer 4 Alfredo Di Maculangan, Chief Executive Senior Police Officer, to be followed by his inaugural speech. May we request all to rise to witness the raising of the personal flag.
Sis po, please raise my personal flag.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated.
His Excellency President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sir. His Excellency Fidel Valdez Ramos, former President. Senator Emmanuel D. Pacquiao. Good morning, pre. Senator Risa Hontiveros. Good morning, Mr. Representative Leopoldo N. Batawel. My idol, Senator Popong Biason, sir. Pong Biason. Supposed to be, sir, Marines ako eh. From first class to, from Plibo to first class, I was Marines. But when we drew lots, nabunot ko PC. Sabi nung tako ko na PC na si Lieutenant Felicissimo Ku, bakit mo ipagpapalit na Marines? PC na, gagawin mo pang Marines, ano ka, loko? Kaya tinuloy ko na, sir, yung pagka-PC ko. Secretary Ismael Mike Disueno, DLG. Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, my ranger boss in Davao. Akala nila, sir, ako'y PC. Hindi nag-ooperate. Hindi nila alam na bata makulong sa ranger, sir, sa Palagitan nag-ooperate. DLG Undersecretaries, Honorable Catalino Iscoy, my former boss. Yusik Jan Castriciones. Napolcom Commissioners, led by Vice Chairman Rogelio T. Casurao. Commissioner Jab Manginti. Commissioner Sinonida Brosas. Commissioner Pelisardo M. Serapio Jr. May kababayan. Honorable Constancia Di Guzman. The AAP Unit Commanders, led by Lieutenant General Ricardo R. Visaya, the incoming Chief of Staff this afternoon. Sorry, sir, naunahan kita. Nauna ko ngayon, ikaw mamayang hapon ka pa, sir. Lieutenant General Eduardo M. Anyo. Lieutenant General Edgar R. Fagorina of Coast Guard, Philippine Air Force. Sorry, sir. Air Force. Vice Admiral Cesar C. Takad, Flag Officer in Command, Philippine Navy. The heads of bureaus and other government offices, led by my idol and my many times rescuer. When I was down, itong tao na ito ang talagang umangat sa akin. No other than USIC Director General Isidro S. La Peña, Director of PDEA. Hindi mo akalain, sir, no, na yung resign mo na bata noon, mag-chip in na pala ngayon. Many times in the past, that I talk to General La Peña na, sir, ayaw talaga lang ako i-promote dahil ang dami kong kaso. Mag-resign na ako, sir. Sabihan, no, promote kita. So, ako lang siguro sa history ng buong PNP na promoted behind his class. Meritoriously promoted behind his class. All others ay meritoriously promoted ahead of his class. Ako, meritoriously promoted behind his class. Courtesy of General Peña when he was DCA. Secretary Felipe L. Rojas, Chairman, Dineros Drugs Board. Police Director General Ricardo F. De Leon, President, PPSC. Sir. Director Velda E. Cornelio, CEC Field Office. Director General Ricardo Rinier G. Cruz, Director Bucor. Chief Superintendent Rodrigo Abrasaldo, Officer in Charge, Bureau of Fire Protection. Chairperson Alicia De La Rosa Bala, Chairperson, Civil Service Commission. Mas hindi po kayo sa akin, ma'am. Ako ay Bato Dela Rosa. Ikaw ay De La Rosa Bala. Mas nakakatakot ka. Secretary Preciosa M. Miranda. Kuha PNP. Now for the most interesting persons inside this hall, the Council of Elders or the former chiefs of the Philippine National Police. His Excellency Fidel V. Ramos, sir. Sir. General Ramon E. Montaño. Police Director General Raul M. Macalzo. Police Director General Arturo C. Lumibaw. Police Director General Hermogenes E. Ebdani. My former boss, my Director of DHRDD, Police Director General Avelino I. Rason, sir. Police Director General Nicanor A. Bartolome. Nakakaingit po yung bigote mo, sir. Police Director General Alan Lamadrid Purisima, sir. Sir, last night, my wife and my children toured the White House. And my wife told me, Ronald, dapat magpasalamat ka kay General Purisima dahil ang ganda ng tirahan natin ngayon. Without General Purisima, hindi tayo makatira ng ganito kaganda na bahay. Salamat, sir. Galing sa puso, sir. Ha? Hindi ako nangangantsaw, sir. Totoo yan. Galing sa puso. Totoo yan, sir. Hindi po namin ma-experience yung without you doing that White House. Yung iba kasi, masyado lang silang naiinggit at masyado nilang ginagawa ng istorya si General Purisima. Pero hindi na alam yung paghihirap ni General Purisima na hanggang liig po yung baha na na-experience niya doon sa Old White House. Kaya naghanap si General Purisima ng pundo na mapagawa yung bagong White House. At ngayon po, sir, ako'y nag-enjoy. Salamat, sir. Our members of NAGTPD, community partners, may DCA, General Uyami, sir. Nahihiya po kung patayuin ko, sir. Hindi kita inabutan sa akademi. And my incoming DO, also my idol, General Benji Magalong. My special guest from Davao, yung Team Davao, please stand up. Thank you. Of course, my family, my mother. Tindog. My mother hardly sent me to school dahil walang pambaon. Pero ngayon, 4-star general na yung anak mo. My wife, Nancy, napakaganda po ng asawa ko. Pakitingin niyo. My daughters, Mona Lisa, tayo anak, Maria Cristel, and yung kamukhang-kamukha ko talaga, si Bato Dela Rosa. Foreign dignitaries, Her Excellency Amanda Loy Gorley, Ambassador of Australia. His Excellency Asif Ahmad, Ambassador of Great Britain. His Excellency Kazuhide Ishikawa, Ambassador of Japan. His Excellency Philip S. Goldberg, Ambassador of USA. His Excellency David John Strachan, Ambassador of New Zealand. His Excellency Johnny J. Lumintang, Ambassador of Indonesia. His Excellency Ibrahim bin Matityaw, Ambassador of Israel. His Excellency Kim Jae Shin, Ambassador of Korea. His Excellency Zhao Jianhua, Ambassador of China. Mr. Ransom J. Avila, Attaché of U.S. Embassy. Mr. Steven Sampilo, Assistant ICE Attaché, U.S. Embassy. Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Shafi bin Duraman, Defense Attaché, Brunei Embassy. Mr. Patrick Nangsoy, First Secretary, Police Liaison Officer, Embassy of Japan. Mr. William Kewell, ICTAP, US DOJ. And of course, my mista from the PMA Nagtala class of 1986. Please stand up. Ang dami ninyo, mista. Paano ko kayo pakakainin mamaya? Please take your seats. Fellow workers in the government, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, maayong buntag kanatong tanan. Mayor Duterte did not dream of becoming the president. but the Filipino people made him the 16th President of the Philippines. In like manner, yours truly did not dream of becoming the Chief PNP, but President Duterte made me the 16th Chief of the Philippine National Police. If Mayor Duterte's presidency is a destiny, then my becoming the Chief PNP is also a destiny. Only God makes our destiny, so I take this as a God-given mission to become President Duterte's right-hand man in his fight against drugs, criminality, and corruption in order to provide each and every Filipino a safe, secured, and comfortable life. Therefore, to our beloved President, words are not enough to express my gratitude to your unwavering trust and confidence in me. And with that, I pledge to you my endless and unquestionable loyalty. We've been through a lot of fights together since 1986, and with all humility, I must admit that we came out victorious, as evidenced by what Davao City has become right now. I became the Chief PNP only once, so I better give it all and give it my best shot. Itutudo ko na ito, and I swear I will not fail you, Mr. President. Dili gayud ako magpakaulaw kanimo, sir. To all members of the PNP, beginning today, I am your father, a father who loves and takes care of his children, rewards his well-performing children, and punishes his erring children. In our fight against drugs, criminality, and corruption, it is either you are with me or you are not with me. If you are not with me, then let's do it. But if you are not with me, then you are finished. We will be relentless in our internal cleansing efforts. We have to eliminate iskalawags from within our ranks. Kayong mga kutong, abusado, tamad at sindikatong pulis, bilang na ang mga araw ninyo. Lalo na kayong mga pulis dito sa Metro Manila na pinagmamayabang pa ninyo na kayo ang mga ninja, na kayo ang taga-recycle ng shabu. I am giving you 48 hours to voluntarily surrender to me at ilahad ninyo sa akin ang lahat. Otherwise, mag-awol na lang kayo, mag-full-time drug lord na lang at makipag-gira na lang kayo sa amin. Hindi ko po masisikmura ang bagong kalakaran ngayon, na ang bagong yabangan ngayon sa mga kutong na pulis ay hindi na po magkano ang kanilang nakukulikta sa illegal gambling, kundi magkano ang kanilang collection sa illegal drugs. I am telling you this has to stop right now, or I will stop you from enjoying your evil life. I promise you, change is coming, including your birthday, which will be changed to November 2. Sa mga matitino kong kapulisan, alam kong matagal na kayong nagtitimpi. Hindi ninyo magagawa ang gusto nyong gawin dahil ika nga, buntot mo, hila mo. Dumating na po ang pinakahintay nating lahat. Ang presidente na determinadong wakasan ang salot ng lipunan. Ang lideratong iaalay sa atin, hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan. we are facing a daunting task, that is to reduce to the lowest possible level our country's problem on drugs, criminality, and corruption. I am not cowed by this challenge. I am very optimistic that together we can win this fight. Sa sambayanang Pilipino, this is our golden moment to prove to ourselves that we are capable of ending the ills of our own society. Tulungan niyo po kami. Huwag po ninyong pabayaan ang inyong kapulisan. We need your help very badly. I am urging you to please join the fight. Be our prayer warriors. Ipagdasal niyo po kami na sana kami magtatagumpay sa aming misyon, na sana kami ay hindi magkakamali at higit sa lahat, hindi namin maaabuso ang karapatang pantao. Now, therefore, I, Police Director General Ronald Bato Dela Rosa, am ready to take on the challenge to lead the PNP, and I am ready to start my work for the PNP and this nation as a whole. All orders and instructions shall remain undisturbed until they are rescinded or amended. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ang Philippine National Police at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, sir. Police Director General Ronald Dela Rosa, Chief Philippine National Police. The Honorable Israel Sueno, Secretary of the Department of Interior and Local Government and Chairman, National Police Commission, will now introduce the guest of honor and speaker.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. Thank you. Salamat po. President Ramos, sir, I'd like you to know that the very first person to go to Davao to make a trip, a very quick one, it's about 3 hours at the Marco Polo Hotel. We were held there for 3 hours, and he said, it is time that Mindanao will have a president. And despite of my own misgivings about money, machinery, and everything, I prevailed because of his inspiration. Salamat po, Mr. President. Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, Secretary Sueno, Secretary Defense Lorenzana of the Defense Department, our new Police Director, Ronald De La Rosa, the members of the Senate, Manny Pacquiao, Risa, nice to see you again. Congressman Batuil, sir, how are you? The Chief of Staff, Ricardo Visaya, and the Major Service Commands of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, former Acting Police Deputy Director General Francisco Yami Jr., the Chiefs of the National Police, men and women of the Philippine National Police, fellow workers in government, beloved countrymen. There is no riddle in the hiring of persons to hold sensitive positions in government. As I have said, I am a provinciano, and my sphere of influence was limited in the Davao region. For at that time, there was only one Davao. And because, well, I grew up there. And I studied in Manila. So my crowd was limited to my schoolmates and, of course, my classmates. And then I became a mayor and congressman, few other people in government already. Now, in selecting the PNP Director General and the sensitive positions of immigration and, well, positions that have something to do with the enforcement of laws and the punitive actions that are available in that office were appointed, almost most of them, at one time or another, were city police directors of the city of Davao. Now, the complaint is that mga kasama ko, mga kainuman, pati kabarkada. Neither of the three. I do not drink with soldiers or policemen. I do not go around with them. I go home early. Although I have the rapport with them, there is always a limitation between a mayor and the police. For I have to discipline also civilians and in the military and police alike. Now, these are the guys who went through their career passing by Davao. And these are the only guys that I knew and I have worked closely and had the time to observe their character and integrity. And that is why when the time came, Coy, Dela Rosa, Morente, and the rest were all taken in because I had the fortunate chance of having good military and police officers. Napakaswerte ko. And when I was grappling with the very sensitive position of Defense Secretary, there was only one choice, and it was Delfin Lorenzana. He was the commander of the Scout Ranger Regiment when it was transferred to Davao at Malagos to fight the communists and to whom we are talking now about peace. For after all, we cannot be at war with our own people all the time through the generations. We have also to talk to the MIMN because there are historical implications and injustice committed along the way in civilization. And we hope that they would understand. And so I have also taken the liberty of choosing the men who will carry the burden of fighting if there is need to have one or the dimensions of understanding and imparting it to the soldiers that we cannot be at war with our own people for all time. I am glad that General De La Rosa provided the light moments for us. But I'd like to be harsh and I mean no offense to anybody. Sa trabaho, ika nga, sa ating tatag-trabaho lang. You know, let me put forward a very simple story. I became a lawyer in 1972, bar 72, during the crucial years, the first year of the implementation of the martial law. And when I went there, times were hard, and I got married right away. So I had to support the family and one child. At that time, the salary was not really that good, so I had to take an extra job. And what was it? I applied for a position in the prosecutor's office in Davao City. I got the lowest job there, and the name is Special Counsel. Kung baga, if you want to compare it with the military and your police, I will be a lieutenant or inspector. So, ako po'y mahirap lang. I come from a poor family. that migrated to Mindanao. And whatever intervening honor there was just for fleeting years and moments, good for memory. I was forced to be a professor of the police academy in Davao City. There's an academy there. And I was teaching criminal law, criminal evidence, and criminal procedure. And there was a time that, I would not want to pull my own chair, that no fiscal in Davao City would accept the task of prosecuting military offenders, police offenders, and rebellion leaders. I was pushed to that task, and I took it as part of the job. And it been the years, I have investigated all of you. And for those who committed crimes, though exceeding an authority, but in the performance of duty, alam ninyo yan. Those of you who grew with the PNP before, to the PNP now, used to be Integrated National Police, you know how I handled your cases. You know how I helped government to discipline you. And nobody in this country can compare to me, I dare say, in the protection of the careers of those who were doing good. Although at times getting into trouble because they have to do the job in a professional way. I could only remember filing a case for murder against an army man, a major at that, and I secured this conviction. I don't know if it's still in Iwahig, and a host of others for abuses and common crimes of murders. Yung lahat, all of you that were accused, and there was a very significant case where the NPA's fighting government forces, the Philippine Constabulary at that time, had a running gun battle, and the NPA soldiers sought refuge in a house. And so there was a firefight, and the whole of the family there residing in that house were died, were killed. And so I was tasked to handle because there was a public outcry, and even the Secretary of Justice had to go to Davao to supervise the investigation. I was appointed the investigating, and there was a cry for blood. But I dismissed all the case because it was part of the territory, collateral damage. And I was told to explain here in Manila, and I said, that is what the evidence shows. If you have any other theory, sir, and if you want to overturn my ruling, do so if you like, but kindly accept my resignation. That is how I treated you. And of recent memory, 28, including Undersecretary Koy, were charged before a body, an organ of government, under recommendation, all of them, almost all, who passed by Davao because of the alleged extrajudicial killings, were recommended for dismissal. And I went up and stood my ground. And I said that if you prosecute these guys for doing their duty, I will resign as mayor. Sinabi ko doon sa head ng constitutional body. You choose. It is a matter of principle for me that I stand by the soldiers and the police when working for the country. But I will be the first one to crush them if they are into crimes. Ganito yan. 22 years. Before I became mayor, 10 years earlier, my father was governor of Davao. And I was, had a good relations with the police as I grew up. And I know your life story. I know how you handle your work. And I know how good you are. But I also know sometimes you can become a bad boy in the organization. So beginning from now, I will not tolerate, zero tolerance, for abuses committed by the law enforcement agencies, including the National Bureau of Investigation. Kindly, most kindly avoid the company. These drug lords and a budding criminal would always want to have pictures taken with the mayor, with the commanders, with the military, with the police, just to build a reputation around him for invincibility. That's how it is done. Alam ninyo, you know that I know, and we all know. Ganun yan. Then they would show pictures, they put it in their offices, so that when there's a BIR or whatever harassment, they would always send the subliminal message na kilala ko. I know the mayor. I know. Avoid. Do not taint yourself in the company of known criminals and criminal syndicates. You will be sorry. For the next 6 years, I will have an electronic thing there in the office to track your record. And I would know, at alam ko ngayon, kung sino yung mga generals who are tainted with corruption and drugs. And you know that I know, we all know, you better resign. You have no more future in the police. Joke with anybody else, but not me, because I have my orders from President Ramos. Do what is good for the country. And he's the #1 policeman thereabout now. Alam ko kung paano makorap yung gasolina converted into cash. I know how the operations are being castrated up down the line. Na pagdating doon sa presinto, 22 years ako mayor. Ang presinto, meron na lang papel, and they have to do is just to liquidate with nothing. They have to invent reasons there, how it was spent. Do not do it ever again. Ever again. Kayong mga the younger ones, never mind or retiring. For the next 6 years, build a track record of performance that is good. Because I will plot your history, your personal history. The many times that you were transferred, tsaka pagka there is a practice amongst you, that if you're assigned to another station or assignment, you bring along 2, 3, 4. And they are there with you, no assignments except to raise money. To give to the precinct commander, to give to the regional and up. That's not good. I know that. Huwag kayong from here on, do not bring anybody if you are transferred to Hulo or Solo. Go there and fight the Abu Sayyaf alone. Do not bring your staff because yung dala-dala ninyo, those who are with you are the ones called pakawalaan. Yan, ang tawag niyan. I'm just being very harsh to you now. That's why I said, I'm glad that we had the lighter moments. Alam ko yan. Alam ko kung paano mag-liquidate ang precinct commander na wala, operations na wala, gasolina na wala. God, we have to stop this. Upon orders of the former Commander-in-Chief of this Republic, President Ramos said, stop it. Do your work. So, Siya ang sisihin ninyo, hindi ako. You know, one thing that you should realize, ordinaryong tao lang ako. I have no credentials to brag about. I'm just an ordinary, an average person. But I took care to learn what is learned about life. So, magkakahan na lang tayo dito ngayon. Alam ko. And that is why I told General Visaya, go ahead, form your board of generals, and you take care of your organization. I only choose the chief of staff. Then let the board of generals decide the careers of the men in uniform. They do not go to me, and I will not entertain you for promotion or transfer. Just like Bato and the rest of you guys there, Morente, Koy, and everyone. I never interfered in their choices of commanders. Sinasabi ko lang, you do your own thing, you assemble a team to help you succeed. I will not interfere in the assignments, but you have to answer to me for anything that happens. Ganon tayo dito. I am ready for the army, but for the police, I am very sorry. I do not want to return to that board of generals until there is a reformation in the organization. But be sure that when everything after 6 years, we are back to what you are supposed to be, a law enforcement, law-abiding, God-fearing, and only doing what is good for the country, then you can have everything back, including the board of generals. In the meantime, no such thing. And I told Bato na huwag tayong mapahiya sa Pilipino. And may I, as a parting words, I will protect you. In all of your undertakings, adventures, as a law enforcement guy, I will be there to protect you. I will provide you the funds. I will provide the weapons needed to fight criminality, particularly drugs. We might not be able to stop it on time of the 6 months, but certainly after 6 months and 1 day, matapos na sana lahat. Total, tama yung bayad ko sa inyo. And the election, it was not a campaign slogan that I want your salaries and also the armed forces of the Philippines. If I win, I said, by the grace of God, and indeed, grace was there, na dudubhin ko yung sweldo niyo. Double your salary. Let me tell you now, I will not run this country with a corrupt police. Mag-aaway tayo dyan. And I do not want to demean you or to take anything from you. But luckily for me, there was this executive order before of President Arroyo raising to the level of a threat to national security the drug problem. So, the armed forces must pitch in. You have to help. You have to get rid, because saan ka nakakita dito? Nowhere in this world except in South America. And I'm giving you the box by Ion Cartrell, the saddest history of despair, South America. And I would say that, make a projection, if I do not interdict now the drug problem, 7 years from now, or 2 politics from now, or even 1, it would become in narco politics, like in South America and Mexico. Saan ka makakita? Where do you find a country, a mayor is inaugurated in the morning and in the afternoon she is executed? That will not happen. That will not happen during my watch. I said I will be harsh. But for all about this killing, extrajudicial killing, may I again bring you back to your fundamentals. About the only time that a police officer or any civilian for that matter acting in defense for himself or for a stranger is that you announce your authority or at least the crime or the wrong that the other guy has committed. And you just announce that you are arrested. And you're a civilian, you can do that. And if you drop your arms, and then you start to overcome the resistance if there is one. And if there is a resistance that would place your life in jeopardy, then by all means, shoot and shoot him dead. That is my order. Pero kayong mga, there are a lot of openings, slots dito. There will be a major revamp. Alam mo kasi, ganito yan. Alam ko yung style ninyo. I'm not addressing this body. I'm addressing the Filipino people. Kayong mga police na scalawags, nagkakakaso kayo. Robbery, kidnapping, bantay kayo kasi titignan ko yung record. Bantay kayo. No, I said do not mess up with me. I'm not challenging anybody. But do not ever, take it against me kasi talagang hiritan ko kayo. You commit crimes. Then you are charged. You go AWOL or AWOL dito sa dialect natin. Then you let the years pass, 2, 3 years. I mean, you feel that you can already bargain with the victim, or the victim has died, or the victim has transferred to another residence. You smell around, and then suddenly you surface with your lawyer and say, Your Honor, I have decided to surrender because there is a warrant of arrest against me. And then he is put on bail or detained, a non-bailable offense, kidnapping, murder. So what do? You go to the jail rest where you are free to go around even if you are really supposed to be in detention. Tapos palakad-lakad lang kayo. Then when it is calendared, you go to the court and say, Your Honor, I want the trial now. Because I feel that I am innocent, I'm insisting on a trial. So the server goes to serve the summons for the offended party to appear that day. I mean, you know very well that you surrendered because everything is already clear. So in the following hearing, you say, Your Honor, we would like to have the trial now. Now that we are here. There is no service because the server was paid just to say, it cannot be located or nowhere to be found. I was a prosecutor. Do not. I know that. Pagkatapos yan, Your Honor, the lawyer would say, my client is innocent. He's now insisting on a trial of the case. Otherwise, we invoke the constitutional provision under the Bill of Rights, speedy trial. And you would insist on a trial, or else you ask for a dismissal of the case if there are no witnesses. Then you insist, and the poor prosecutor would say, Your Honor, give us a last chance to. But he cannot go out of the office. There are thousands of cases to be heard in 1 month. The fiscal has about 10 criminal cases every day. Ready yan pag may witnesses. Those wallowing in good time are the defense lawyers. They have 1 or 2 cases for the day. They have studied the case carefully. They have the money to interview the witnesses and concoct another true story. So on the third hearing, the court will say, Fiscal, ready? Your Honor, I'm sorry, I have no witnesses. Opposite counsel, Your Honor, who insists on a trial of the case. If the fiscal is not ready, the prosecutor, then we ask the dismissal of the case. Every dismissal of a case which bears to the reason that there are no witnesses or any witness, that dismissal is with jeopardy. It can no longer be filed. Kaya alam ko yan lahat. I said I was a trial prosecutor for 10 years. I've been a mayor in social contact with every human being in my territory. Not quite different from the rest of what ails this problem. Corruption, including the law enforcement. I'm willing to give you a break, but those who were, after dismissal, you go to Crame. Crame has no other option. Says there that the case is dismissed because there is no witness. That is a dismissal on the merit. So you have to be taken back, my God, with back salary. You have your grant time, good time, and we pay you back for the years that you are in vacation. I will not allow or countenance that anymore. Sorry ho, magkaibigan ko kayo. As I have said, you can never find any city mayor in the history of this country who protected his men, his soldiers from harm. Delphin Lorenzana was he knows how I defended, the onslaught of the legal of the left. Or I am a socialist. I belong to the left dimension of the way we think. That is not my fault. I am a son of a poor man. But, more than that, I have this constitutional duty to protect every man to give his due. Iwasan ninyo ang korupsyon ngayon because I will tabulate every record of yours, and those who are scalawags, either you resign because I'm forming now the man that I would assign to Sulu. What do you want? Compostela? Okay kayo nga kasi nag-usap tayo there will be a lessening of violence now, I suppose, because we are talking to the left. But lastly, the only thing why I'm here is that, I was listening to the candidates, and that maybe prompted President Ramos to go to me. Nobody was talking about Mindanao. Nobody was talking about how to craft a strategy of ending the issue of insurrection in Mindanao, how we deal with the Moro brothers, how to correct the injustice, and how to deal with the left. And I had the privilege of just talking to them also because maybe on the same wavelength. I was referring to the Tokatis. And I had also had the misfortunes of being a prosecutor and a mayor. Sa lahat sa amin dito, I am not pulling my own chair. But even during the time I ran for the first time as mayor, I was the only one prepared to deal with the trouble of a social problem which you are facing now. So I do not want to be dictator. And for those who are talking about beyond my term, no second term, God, you just don't know how I would be happy we can accelerate time. And we have now on the 6th year on the last day. I am going out whether you like it or not. I have no intention of remaining in office beyond. I said it is, I'm the only candidate, you know that. I had no governor, I had no mayor. I had not, outside of the Davao region, I didn't even have a single barangay captain. But yet I won because Ramos was there for me. Oh. So, ganoon lang yan. Kung sinabi niya, you know the ins and outs of the police, you know where the problem is. I tried during, I was succeeding. Why don't you try and succeed? So, I promised the people, nobody was campaigning for me, not even a single mayor, congressman, or in the entire branch of this country. But I won by a margin of something like 6 million. What was the message? Mas gwapo ako kay Binay, kay Rojas. Mas bright ako kay Grace. None of the above. We were equals before the eyes of the electorate. But I was the only one carrying the message right. Corruption, drugs, and criminality. Economic progress, maybe to the economic minds. And so my advice also to the businessmen, when you invite me, I've stated my qualifications. It's a meager one. I don't make, I don't flaunt it. So when you go and ask me to talk to you, and if I'm your guest, and I begin to talk about law and order and corruption, that is my territory. Now when there is a failure to expound more about economics, God, my only economics was during the college days. I went back to Davao and retrieved I got 78. So what do you expect of me? Can I become an economic tycoon? Of course not. But can I become a good prosecutor? I am. I've learned the art of everything in the courtroom. Can I become a president? Certainly. What will I do? I'm warning. I will be harsh. I will go to the extreme. Yung nagkakaso kayo na may mga kidnapping, I will review you. And I will like to talk to you. In Malacanang, dalawa lang tayo. Utang, inasabihin mo sa akin kung anong gusto mo. Do not bullshit with me. But do your duty, I will die for you. Do your duty, and if in the process you kill 1,000 persons because you were doing your duty, and I will protect you. And if they will try to impeach me, I will hurry up the process and we go out of the service together. Thank you, and good morning.
Mga kababayan, awitin po natin ang PNP Lingkod ng Bayan. We would like to thank
Maraming salamat po, mahal na Pangulo. And that concludes our ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. Muli po, maraming salamat sa mahal na Pangulo at sa inyong lahat sa pagdalo sa okasyon na ito. Magandang umaga po.